Aloha kaiaka. Good morning. We stay at KEAWE, this place called Hawaii. Ho now. Okay, the city of refuge. And in this place they call Ho now. From the mountain to the sea. Where it used to be, and it still is. This is where the culture about Captain Cook and everything else that came here. Okay, where it took place. Okay, now this place now is underneath the national park. And to begin with, they are not all of these things. You gotta go way back to. Should have to come out. And I'm here to tell the truth about about place called Hawaii, Moku o KEAWE.
ABEL, I really want to thank you for taking the time to do this, and you're the KONOHIKI, and could you play the conch for us?
Well, when they blow, when they do this, they give thanks to our amakua, to the elements. And all of this kind of stuff is our Hawaiian people get all different ways of bringing the story forward. Okay? And because over 30-something years ago I came back home and I had to go learn about my culture of who I am and what is my kuleana. What is my responsibility to the land and to God and to all the things that we have here, that grows here. And it all began like right now where we at. You just look at this place. There's a long ways that needs to go, but to begin with, I'm just lucky. And I have the opportunity to speak about our land and our place where we come from. And my tutu man said that I needed to know my kinalau. I needed to know the life forces of all living things. We started with our po was to put clean thoughts in there, and our eyes, our maka, not to do naughty things. And our big fat upepe, our nose, not to stick them into people's business. And our wahanui, our mouth, you know more nothing nice to say. E kuli ka wa ho manaunui, ho male. Ua mau kia o kaine ka pono. Okay? And this lima hand is not to go and aihui and take things that don't belong to you. Okay? Once you know all of this life force, you come here and you give thanks to the gods. And you give thanks to Lono, Ku, Kane, all the elements that where we are life forces to begin with. And when you do all of this, now you can come in and you get a chance to speak because you recognize your family of this beautiful nation. And our kuleana is to set things right. Since the overthrow 125 years ago, Hawaii is still in this bondage. Hawaii is the most corrupt place in the world. They do all the wheeling and dealing over here. We are a nation, First Nation, a peaceful nation that will put all of these things together. All the treaties that we have with from England, And I going back about my tutu man when he went go do a mission that he had to do for the king, Kamehameha III. And he would send 2 of them to represent his people on a mission, because they was coming over here, they was going to do certain things to this place. So he had to make up what they call a Palapala Sila Nui, a documentary about this place and what all of its resources is for. And underneath one umbrella, okay, it's the whole Pacific Rim, which we have meets and bounds of our land. Our place called Hawaii, it extends out there. There's 132 islands, I believe, or more, that is all underneath this umbrella. Right now, all of these islands out there and these countries that are all underneath there, that is from Samoa, Tahiti, Tonga, all of these other things from what they call American Samoa, British Samoa, and France and Britain and all of this, they have treaties with us, including Japan. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the overture when it came down to it. When it came down to it, they went overthrow the Queen. Japan, the emperor sent 2 of his ships to assist our queen, because the military went enter to do what they did. So she never like see bloodshed. So they put the thing out, the ships went out, and the rest is history. Let's talk about what Japan did to assist Hawaii. Then along come many years later, 1941, when they went drop the bomb. The United States never forget what Japan went do to assist our queen. We had treaties with them. Now let's take you back further. Let's go look at King David Kalakaua. He was a king at that time. He was going to marry the princess of Japan to make this thing bond, because you would get emperor from way over there, and you would get king for that cover the whole South Pacific underneath one umbrella. Wouldn't you love to be in charge of all of this? Okay, but it didn't happen. So what did the Americans do? They would come and bomb Japan. Okay, for what Japan went do to stick their nose in for to help our queen. Okay, this is part of all the stories that is unbeen told and what they did to it. Now, let's stop there. Let's go back where President Clinton was in charge. I'm telling a story from going back and forth in different time and place. Now, when President Clinton became president, in his last days there, he made this deal. There was money that they went set aside to renovate the national parks and to purchase land in countries, and these are the countries that they were named. They named Japan, they named Hawaii, they named China. What, there's other countries, what do they want in these 3 countries that is so valuable? Okay, now when Bill Clinton made this deal, he made it where they could go purchase land in other countries. Today they have this word that they call partnership.
Yes.
Okay, that's where this word partnership came in with Bill Clinton then. They went target Hawaii, because we the only place in the world that owns, we are a country of free debt. We don't own no debt to anything. And okay, this is to do with the treaties, the part of entry, okay? And all of these things, we have treaties with all of these countries, with Japan, China, Russia, America, and all of this so forth. There's bullies out there, big time bullies. Corruption and everything is all start with Hawaii. It's all to do with the military who are occupying our motherland called Hawaii. And we, in Hawaii, just a small place, but we got more military than all the other militaries in the world put together, all at one place. Hawaii, the breath of life. That is Pono. We are a neutralized country. So all the wheeling and dealing goes way back. It started with Stanford B. Dole them when they went overthrow the Queen and they took place what they call the militia. They are today the big five. They had matching containers. They had the Dillingham. They had Dole them. They had all of these other people. Today, the big five today is Department of Land and Resources, who give permission to 10,000 real estate people to sell our aina. And who protect them? Here comes the bank. The bank step in, and who protect the bank? The makai, the policeman. And why is the policeman over there? Because he's waiting for the final order from the judge. And only took 5 people to take away all of these lands. And now this is what all the problem get. All of these people, we are not the 58th state or anything. We're not a state. We never was, we never will be. It's all a lie. They're in Bulaya, every Tom, Dick, and Harry. All the banks, all of these things are all racketeering, including the police department, the courts, and everyone that stay in this system. They call it this American system, whatnot. The rules and the laws of all of these things that they brought here, that's all nonsense. They created all of these things that are here.
And Uncle, tell the story about what happened at KEAWE.
Oh, that story about KEAWE, like I came home. I came home for a reason. You see, I all my life, my grandfather. Let's talk about my grandfather.
Wait, Roland.
My grandfather told me this. I needed to do my kinalao. And start with the whole body form. Put clean thoughts in your eyes, not to do naughty things. Once you know all of these things, you need to know the word trespass. And you need them to know in Kanaka. Okay? Number 1, not your kuleana. Maha oe, ni ele, hana ino, po pa kiki. Where you go in this world that they tell you trespass 5 times? No place in this world. As much aloha the Hawaiian people get for the world and for all the people that comes over here. This is the foundation of all of that. There's 2 more words that belong in there. The one that you see, kapu, over there. Kapu means trespass. And the one that gonna kick you in the pants or give you one slap or what is this word they call inimana. You went overboard. So therefore the God's gonna punish you.
That's a good one.
Okay?
Inimana.
Inimana.
I like that.
You went overboard.
Off the deep end.
Yeah, well, you don't have
Because the county brought in SWAT and police to come remove all the native tenants and the heirs. And it wasn't even the court date yet.
Okay, let's talk about, see, because I jump all around and whoever put it together as Dekuleana and how they present all of these things out there. My position in all of it is to bring truth forward, and it's enough is enough. The gig's up, I call it. Paukahana. I am the evidence. I'm not the crime here. I represent our people. What people? The people in front of my big fat nose. Okay, because I'm talking to them. I'm talking to God, and I'm talking to everybody else that listening to all of this out there. Okay.
Ohana Moana.
Okay, now to do with what we do, we was always told to go seek. You want to do anything, you gotta go ask permission, and you go ask your kupuna to go and do the hana or what you have to go do. And our culture has been December, people selling out, people doing all other kind of things, whatever they was been doing, whatever we have now, it is what it is. But changes are coming. That's when the third eye opened, they say. And now truth is coming forward because of what's been going on. In 1994, when the lands was shut down, what I mean is all the sugar and the pineapple lands had to be, they couldn't, well anyway, they closed down, no more job. So, in the paper come, they call it abandoned lands. So they had meeting on every island at 6 o'clock p.m. in the evening. On every island, for this island, Hawaii, over here, all the courthouse from Waimea to Kona to Hilo to Pataiko to all the different parts of the islands. They all had to go to the courthouse in the evening to claim back or whatever that they would open them up to the people. But what they wanted was ideas, and they took certain ideas. Like I was the one that when go to Hilo to go to this meeting, I was sent by Moko KEAWE Kupunas that I go over there and represent Moko KEAWE on the Big Island of what they call ceded lands or whatever. I call it, the state call it abandoned lands. So they went Gaji all of this, or they went AHUPUA'A all of this. There's many words I'm using to show that what they did, the naughty thing they take away, pretty soon you know the name changed. And today is what? They got all of this thing called Captain Cook. This is Hawaii. This is not about Captain Cook. You see, what they did, they went brainwash everybody. Shifting gear to going back when I was in school. I'm in this document called Tribunal. You can go get them. It was made back in the late 90s and in the early 2000s or whatnot. No, it was made in the early 90s. Okay, the Tribunal. And in there, I went talk about my life, about going to school and what they was teaching us. So her name was Mrs. Humphrey. Okay, this is down in KEAWE school where I was raised. There's 2 schools in my lifetime. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make 75 this year on May 1st. Okay, now I went to 2 schools in my lifetime that never had cafeteria. You had to bring your food with you. And what can food the Hawaiian bring? The Hawaiian would bring dry fish, or taro, or uwala, the sweet potato, or maya, the banana, okay? And they would, and they had what they call cracker, and they had the he'e. He'e is the octopus. You got 8 legs, so every one of us, cause we had 10 of us, all us guys would get 1 leg, and the other 2 would maybe get fish or something else that they would get. And most times if they would get anything, something else, peanut butter and jelly was a luxury for us. Okay? Because that was more like the poor man's food. And we had all of this other kind of stuff. But can you imagine that this is what you put inside your pocket? You roll them up in a brown bag or pink bag, and you put them inside, and you play, and then you think, oh, mushy, smash up. But you all sit down and eat the food when you go to school. So anyway, they was telling me about this guy, George Washington, that he went chopped down this cherry tree and blah, 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 blah this. So the teacher asked, if anybody get questions, I put up my hand. I was always thought, raise your hand if you want to speak. Yes, ABEL. I said, you know, this man chopping down this cherry tree, what do you have to do with us? Please tell us about our king and queen. Oh, yeah. She grabbed me, took me out before the classroom, and she got very angry. And she said to me, insubordination. And she took me to the janitor. His name was Raymond Kalili. He was the janitor of KEAWE school. So she take him to the guy and put him to work. So he come, boy, what you will do to get the teacher Nua? Nua means mad. So I went telling, oh, she was telling us guys about this guy chopping down the cherry tree, and then she asked those guys if anybody get question, and I told him, yeah. And I went asking him, please tell us about king and queen. And then she said, insubordination. I told him, what that, uncle? He would cover my mouth, the girl. And he was looking for a teacher. See if the teacher would hear him, me talking to the janitor. Somebody must have been cover his mouth when he was young, when go ask him some kind of question about school. And I'm in this thing called a tribunal. So you guys want to know all about the deals? Go look at it. It's in the arcades or whatever you want to call it, where they keep all the kind of rackets. Now about the place where I came home to it. The land over there belongs to Moku o KEAWE and his ohana. Now, in this land, there's 9 AHUPUA'A. Okay? And it starts from Ka'alaiki, Honowapu, Ha'aha'a, Kuliana, Kawa, Hilea, Waiao, Ninole.
Are these communities?
These are sections of the art of the 9 AHUPUA'A where the family lives, the ohana lives there. And who lives there? The Kanaka. Okay? And the Kanaka, as the people, you see, all of this, when the king made all of these, when he made all of these things to do with his people, he made it so simple, because when my tutu man, when go out there, because the king told him, hey, brother, you gotta go out there and go see the queen. So tutu man and his other partner, they go see who they will go see. They will go see Queen Victoria of Britain. Okay? They will go there and Hawaiian say kuka kuka balao balao. Huh? They will go talk story and they will bring about the treaties. Okay? So he will notify them what was going on. So now from over there, Labaga went Huli. Labaga went head for America. So when he will go America, he will arrive in Mexico. So when he arrived in Mexico, he had to travel from Mexico back to the guy they call a White House over there. Okay? So he will go over there and he will arrive on the jackass, on the donkey. And he brought his palapala silonui from the king, Kamehameha, the head people of this nation. And he will go over there and present this thing, this palapala silonui, about the land and about everything else over here. So now, my tutu man, my grandfather was the one that built the roads in Hawaii. Okay? All of it. He was what they call the road builder. Okay? And tutu man was one of 32 siblings. Okay?
That's a lot.
Yes. My father is one of 23, 18 brothers and 5 sisters. My mom is one of 21. Okay? 12 sisters and 9 brothers. Okay? All of these things are my family. All of us guys get big families in Hawaii. When King David Kalakaua was a king, when he became, and he came from Oahu, come over. And when he came over here, where they have the statue in Hilo. He came during the daytime. And when he came, he light the torches, the 7 torches to do it, makalia. Okay? Makalia is, they get many names for whatnot. The Hawaiian people believe their ancestors come from there. Whoop!
Any specific place?
Yeah, they call a place, what's the place? Palestine, what's how you put his name? Wait, huh?
The Pleiades.
Pleiades, that's the one, where the 7 sisters are.
Yes.
Okay? That's our ohana. That's where I know that's where I came from.
Do you think you'll go back there someday?
Of course. Why not?
See, but this is so cool, man. A lot of indigenous
knock.
people.
Knock and the door shall be open. You gotta remember, you see this thing over here, this round circle over here. Huh? It's 100 and what? 160 degrees, yeah? They call it. In other words, there's 160 doors over there.
Yes.
Oh, over there. Out there, but I can come inside there. Better watch out what door you open. Over there, get all kind of doors now. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So you better watch out what door that you open. If you go over there and hana inu, not your kuleana, be mao and ni ele, I'll wake you, but you gonna get pie. You might come back already. Or you might come back, you're all crippled. And what did you do? The mother went trespass, bala. Okay? You see? Oh, okay. Okay. Now, when they went overthrow our queen, they made any kind so. Hey, our queen get so much aloha for the people. When they went overthrow her, she wrote the song. She wrote this thing called AHUPUA'A. Okay? And in there, she talks about her land and about her people. They would bring, the people came here. Now, there are all kind of problems over here. So, she will go, oh wow, okay. They believe in the same God as us. Oh, honest American, okay. Now, we still waiting for that honest American pop up somewhere along the line, okay. And that honest American, you're looking at them all. Hawaii people, the Kanaka, will marry every race in the world. Okay, we're the only people that owns their own country. The land was divided into 3 parts. One for his chiefs and his mo'i, and one for his konihiki. They're all part of this system, and the other one is what do you call that? Anyway,
the KONOHIKI too, and the maka'ainana.
Yeah.
But Uncle, the honest American. Okay, now, so because of the belligerent occupants, under international law, whatever was on the books at the time of the overthrow, that's what the Hawaiians are entitled to. So once the chiefs are not extinct, it's not the last ali'i.
We have
so
to come
they
back.
Can come forward and fill their vacancies in Kamehameha III's statutes, and they have 2 years under international law to fill their vacancies, and that's executive, legislative, judicial, and the postal
That's
and
right.
commerce.
This is to do with our kuleana. They have to come back and put back the government. Get a lot of things that people wasn't doing. Trespass, not the kuleana, and they will go do things. That's why everything's all kapulu. They all stack up and gotta take away all of this other kind of nonsense that they put here among the people. And we would love to talk to Mr. What's his name? The president over there? The guy, Mr. Donald Trump. Aloha, kayaka. Good morning, Mr. Trump. Yeah, I don't know if you know. I think you know what is going on in Hawaii. Well, I give my brother over there named Liko Martin. Stay by the statue in Honolulu. Over there, holding his grounds. And he, I believe, will send you one package to do with the native or the Kanaka Maoli of this country that have treaties with all of you folks. Now, I'm going to take you back further, because in 2012, when they will remove us from the land, I've been there 30 years plus, living on the land. And not only living on the land, it was, I planted food over there, I fed the people, we had surf contests, we had people that got married there. One of the things that I did was married people. One of the deals that I did was kuka. I went to the different islands and different schools to talk about our culture and our to the different people, different leaders of the world. Okay, and they need to know the truth, and the truth is, right now as I'm speaking to you folks out there, Hawaii and the military is here, and the military when formed this thing what they call partnership. 50 years ago when they went bombing Ko'olave over there, for 50 years they bombed them. And then they stopped it in the 60s or in the 70s. They stopped the bombing, okay? But now they're over here. Back then they only had maybe 2-3 countries that was involved in the bombing. I believe it was Britain and Canada and some
Or maybe like France or something.
France, okay? They was all part of it. Today, wow, there's over 25 more countries that are involved, that are participating in the Pacific Rim.
The Rim Pack.
Rim Pack. Okay, now can you imagine? You got 50,000 of them. And this is what they do. There's 3 teams that they got. One for the ground, one for the water, and one for the air. So they rotate all of these 3 groups, so everyone would learn what they need to learn. What they're actually doing is bombing our motherland called the Breath of Life.
And they call it a war game, but it's not a game. It's just like waging war.
This is what they call war games. For me, hey, if you guys go do that, then you guys not welcome here. No, the gig's up, Paukahana. Go back to your place and you go bomb your place over there. You like go build up space port, you guys like go do all of these kind of things. You go back over there and you guys go do more there. Because this is not the place for go do. Yeah, Hawaii, I see you. This is what they call the Kanakas over here. Well, everything say Kana. See, there's a lot of, it's all to do with money.
Absolutely, with greed.
Greed.
But how can we make them go back?
It's very simple. It's not that hard. Hey, you guys, I'm one of them that can tell them about like they have treaties with us. Okay? They have the treaties with us, and the treaties that they have was already made.
But are they legally binding? I mean, are they legitimate treaties?
Yes.
Friendship, commerce, and navigation.
Friendship, that's what it is. To enter over here, you have to go to the port of entry. Today, the baka pilau, get all kind of things, the extortion money before you can come inside there and do all of these things. And it's a big racketeering that's been going on over here from the beginning of time.
So, Uncle, I wanted to ask you that whole thing about the scientists that came for the Underwater Mining Institute conference in Hawaii, because they're using Hawaii as a central point to do ocean mining experiments, bring in toxic waste for the ocean mining proxy, and using it as fertilizer, put it into cement, not telling the people. And Uncle here, his wife passed away because they was like through AmeriCorps, and they told her it was fertilizer. And so the whole ocean mining thing, because they're the closest
the
point
manganese, the thing that they harvest from the ocean, and they brought it and they had to get rid of it, so they would use Hawaii as a stepping stone to hide all the nuclear waste and everything else over here.
I've heard they dumped a lot of nuclear waste in Pearl Harbor.
They've been still doing it.
And other places too?
All over. You see this place, wow. That's why
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
well, it's all of that and much more. It's all the things that what they have been doing, and they made deals with other countries for you to enter all of this arena.
So here's Hawaii, here is Baja and California, Here's the different countries involved. This is 2,000 miles of mining with the fisheries in marine science. The fish spawn, the pelagic fish, and then they come around and circulate around these seamounts, and then they go back.
Let's talk about the seamount. See, the seamount, when we went to go to this meeting, and what was very disturbing is that they put it on what they call Trick or Treat Day.
Halloween, October 31st. I never liked that.
Okay, and it's, anyway, when they put this thing over there, it was to take, look, all of these countries that participating in this
The partnership.
Okay, what you see, before all of these guys was here, that place where you call as we when they was finished all of these, the bank, the military annex, who owned this place? And they put in that the Hawaiian people, the Kanaka. This is where the food bank. This is where they had all the fishes over there. And this is where they used to, the long line fishermen used to go over there and hook all the ahi and aku and all of these things. Now, Fugo provide. And then they went find out, oh, brother, down there get gold, get diamond, get all of these minerals, brother. We can be rich. But hold on, we gotta get rid of these people. So that's what they did. They went get rid of the fishermen guys. Okay? They took them guys out. Okay? Then they came in. Now, because they took away all, they say, because these guys was catching all the fish. Okay? So now we're gonna move on. Actually, they want it because that's where they had all the manganese.
Yes. Well, tell us about the seamounts, the hydrothermal vents.
Well, all of these things that they're doing.
It's baby volcanoes, aren't they?
Well, those vents, they want to come in with Nautilus with this remote control, go in, mine as they go, no real responsibility for what they're going to do with the toxic waste. And that actually the living ocean is worth they're estimating $1.2 trillion, whereas the mining companies are saying, well, there's enough gold to give everyone a check for $21,000.
Sure.
Well, they don't got anybody's address, and actually you're going to end up with a dead ocean. And we have footage from the United Nations when they had the Oceans Conference, and so had the Blue Frontier, everybody went in there. And so they're like, okay, nobody's talking about what are they going to do with the toxic waste. So Uncle himself with this whole...
I was sent by our kupunas, by Moko KEAWE, to represent us at this meeting.
At the UN?
No, at
the ocean mining.
Oh, okay.
The ocean mining.
With 32 scientists.
32 scientists.
Was this last year?
No.
2001.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, about 16, 17 years
Wow.
ago. When they went do all of this. You see, when they went do all of this, that's when they went, you see, where they want to go and do the mining, they have they have gold, they have diamond, they have silver, they have all of these things. And these are, this is the minerals seabed is back in agenda. These are the things that they're going to use to go down there and to go. But you're going to have to pay a small fee to enter in this arena.
The contract being sold by the UN, the International Seabed Authority.
Yes.
And see, actually, there's only making, they said after refiring everything's like $56,000, and that's not worth destroying the ocean. And then they went in and said that Dr. Craig Smith from UH, he went out and he pulled up different species. Over half of the species that he pulled up, they've never seen before.
No, exactly.
Okay, all of these things that they have been doing, it's, you know, they're taking all of these things. These things got to all stop. Okay, that's why
and so much of it's robots now. It's not even people.
Yes.
They let machines do it all.
Well, because they're expendable. You know, so what? It costs $5 million.
Well, if the machine does it, then who's to blame?
Wow.
And here, fearsome robots.
You know who designed that? Lockheed.
Lockheed, yes.
And Connie Welling in the days of Glomar Explorer.
This is all the people that been doing all of this. And the treaties that we have with all of them, we need to come back on the table. From Japan to Russia to China, America, and all of them. They have to sit down. You, the president,
Wow.
Trump, Donald Trump, because you is in charge. You're supposed to be the head honcho or whatnot. Okay, now you have responsibilities because your people is here, the American people. Are you, Mr. Trump, the honest American that we was waiting for? So the brother said, no, but you know something, God work in mysterious ways.
Very mysterious.
Okay? So sometimes we don't know, it's not our kuleana and to go do all of this kind of stuff.
Now,
Okay.
Uncle, so far as mining, ocean mining, anything within the Hawaiian archipelago, that's capital A, they actually can't do it because it's submerged crown land.
Well, is that the same as the EEZ, the Exclusive
The
Economic Zone?
exclusive economic zone is recognized by 200 nautical miles, but actually the Kingdom of Hawaii is a huge pana that goes even down toward New Zealand.
You see, this is what they call the meets and bounds of this place called Hawaii.
Yes.
That's underneath this umbrella that's to do with all the Pacific Islands out there. No forget, there's 132 of them out there.
Would this be what you call Polynesia?
Yes.
Is it the
well,
same
people
thing?
call it the Polynesian. They get all of these different names and whatnot. The bottom line is this.
Because what the Polynesians traditionally seafaring people that constantly
Oh yeah,
moved
because
around, right?
you see all of these place, they got British Samoa, they got American Samoa, they got all of these Tongan, they got all of these different, they got the Micronesian, they got all different kind of tribes out there that belongs underneath this umbrella.
Yes.
Okay? And today, and because of the thing they've been going on, they've been racketeering.
And tricking the people
They've
into,
been doing
they use
Hawaiian
the
say,
word
tricky,
partnership.
bulaya, they call it partnership, they call
That's
it
just
all that.
Orwellian. It just
And-
means trickery.
It's just a bunch of hooligans running around.
Organized
strong
crime.
arming the people and with the military and everything, everybody else.
But,
That's right.
would you say that most people are afraid to challenge the military? Because in their mind, a lot of people go like, oh, well, aren't they here to protect us against the evil enemy? But no, people don't understand
Well,
what it really is.
the thing of it was because of the Treaty of Friendship, Commerce, and Navigation. If the Hawaiian Kingdom had a problem, the United States of America would come to their aid, but it was only by permission, not what they did with the Marines and the takeover. It was a protectorate with
protect
permission
American
of the
interests,
king and
right?
queen. Yes, and so they would come in and protect them. But now, see, the thing is for the military, we're looking at Department of Commerce, we're looking at the joining with the International Seabed Authority. Now, this is actually from the United Nations meeting on the Oceans Conference, but they're having a meeting in March. And so
Where?
this month at Kingston, Jamaica, and it's for the stakeholders.
That's where the International Seabed Authority office
Yeah,
is.
and they're actually located in Hawaii before.
Really?
And so now they've looked at enhancing the role of women in marine scientific research through capacity building. And that also the University of Hawaii is involved. So the thing is because they've found that over half the species that, they went out, did the studies they had never seen before. And also National Institute of Health, they have naturally occurring active constituents that are anti-cancer, anti-HIV. And so the ocean is actually worth more living 3%.
And see, and the Polynesian ancestors probably already knew a lot
With
of
the
this stuff
Kumulipo.
anyway.
Because you see, Tutume and them guys had the funny ways of doing things. And they told me, after I know all of this kinalau, I need to know the word trespass. And I need to know what is our kuleana. And it's our responsibility to malama this place called Hawaii. And we need everybody to do all of this. They got so Americanized or whatever you want to call it. 'Cause today they still all on top of these kinds. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get 5 names before I even was born, okay? Let's talk about all of this. You see, my father gave me away. He gave me away to his sister, okay? His sister couldn't have baby. So in Hawaiian culture, you know, so they went go kuka, they talk story. But somewhere along the line, my father forgot that he gave the baby away to his sister, okay? So when I was born, okay, now they're all still over there. So I was born polio. I was born crippled. Both of my legs were ladies. I was raised in Shriners Hospital. Okay? And the government, we was a project of the government. What government? America. They the one told our families that they could put us guys back together. People's neck was willy, their arm, their leg, their feet, all different parts. They must have had about 30 of us that was this form. And the parents had to sign this document. And in this document, the child cannot be removed from there. Because the family couldn't even hold a baby. They would only look at you, go by the window of this big, like a day room or whatever you want to call it. And in there, just like how you get the checkerboard or the Chinese checkers, the one ladies get with all of these things there, little pukas. That's where you go talk through. The nurse in there are assigned to each child. And each one had on pencil, and they would write down what the baby did. If he used his left hand, he said they used his left hand. Did he call his mom, whatever? What is the first word? They monitor you for everything when you're in peace, doo-doo and everything. They would take all of these samples and do all of these things. For make us guys well, like my leg was like a golf club. They would put clamps and they would move them until my feet came back what it is to today. Look at my feet. Number 1 scar. Mine was like on golf club.
But it worked.
So in other words, they lied to the people. What people? The science on all of these things. They can fix up everybody's legs, body, anything they can put to there. You lose your toe, they can put a new one, or they go get somebody else, or they can grab from LM, whatever they do to there. They get all of these razzle-dazzles or whatever you want to call it. Science.
When did they build the first observatory on Mauna Kea?
Well, let's talk about all of that. You see, the funny thing about all of this, over there, get things that our king will put on the side for our people, such as education. Okay, so they formed this college deal. They make partnership or compound. They made it with the other countries, but somewhere along the line, things start to change. Now they claim that they own the place, or they're the one are responsible for all of this. This is all to do with money. We're talking mega bucks, okay, to do with that sacred mountain. Okay, well, let's talk about that mountain. I'm quite sure Japan don't like we go over there and put them on top of Mount Fuji. What do you think, Japan? Huh? Aloha kaiaka. You see me, I'm over here, brother. You guys go make ladies hana ino, not you guys kuliana, and use this place as a dumping deal to make money and to do all you guys transactions of how you guys stay here. You gotta remember, when you guys will come here, our king, what they will do? They will say the Hawaiian people too lazy for go work in the sun. The Hawaiians say, we brother, hot weather. The chief or the KONOHIKI might, everybody, pauhana, too hot. Go do something else. You go home and go take care of your family, maybe go sew net, maybe go play with your children or give some education, or you go holo holo and all that kind of stuff like that. Ui! Aloha mai. Hi.